Saab 95 Review. This is a pre-production variant of the Saab 95 SportWagon, which will go on sale in September. Examples are being tuned in the UK now. Saab intends to tune chassis of all its future models in Britain in future, something it used to do before GM canned the practice. We've driven 3 SportWagons, with 3 different chassis settings. Spring, damper and roll bar rates are all retuned from current saloons, and there are new top mounts for the front suspension. The cars we drove were made from early production tooling, so a lot of the molds weren't yet grained. Materials were good enough, though, to make you realize that the 95 wagon will get a capacious, 527-liter, and well-finished luggage area, with a deep underfloor storage well. There's ample room in the back seats, too, though you'd expect nothing less of a car over 5 meters long. To drive? The wagon is promising. An entry-point comfort chassis setting is in its early tuning stages, which has the potential to be satisfyingly engaging if a jiggly secondary ride can be sorted. A passively damped sports chassis is more or less finished, and it proves pretty good. It controls body movements very well and is pleasingly agile, though it too could use its low-speed ride being smoothed. It's harsh below around 40 miles per hour. For me, best was the optional DriveSense chassis, which brings with it magnetically controlled dampers. These sort out the ride while retaining the sports chassis body control, at the expense of occasionally being caught out by sudden changes in suspension loading, such as mid-corner bumps. The passive sports chassis is more honest and more consistent, but until its ride is improved, the DriveSense chassis is superior. All 3 steer pleasingly, more so than any front drive rivals, consistent, accurate, responsive and linear. These chassis setups will make their way onto 95 saloons, too. Saab's intention is that you won't be able to tell the difference unless you look over your shoulder. The wagon's front cockpit, then, is the same as the saloons, a mix of interesting Saab-esque touches and a few GM hangovers that prevent the 95 feeling as premium as a BMW 5 Series or Mercedes-Benz E-Class. Ditto the diesel powertrains. There's nothing wrong with the delivery, but while Saab has done what it can with the NVH, and it's miles ahead of a Vauxhall Insignia, noise levels are below class average. Maybe. We predict there'll still be a couple of rough edges, especially if you're looking for a diesel drivetrain that has the same finesse as a BMW or a Mercedes.